Our land is a bit slopey, and when it rains, water runs off the slope with our soil. So we started off by building swales. Swales will hold water on point so that we can continue growing our crops. We started by measuring the area and then building the swales by digging ditches. So we constructed these swales along the slope. This is how the land looked like.
So this is the whole area. We want to plant trees here. A whole lot of trees, so that this place is not left bare. Even the beans are struggling here.
So between every ditch and the other, we would measure 3 meters. 3 meters is the space that we'll be planting trees and our crops and a lot of other things that we intend to plant in this plot. We moved logs out of the way, but we'll be using them in stabilizing the swales. So we continued digging our swales, moving the logs, clearing, we did a lot of work. And the area started looking beautiful as we continued digging our trenches, directing the soil to the top of the slope so that it can hold the water. And at the same time ensuring that the ditch is clear so that when it rains it holds water, so that that water can infiltrate into the soil and stay there for some time so that the crops and the trees can use that. We were joined by our chicken. Of course, it was interested in getting the worms and the crickets. We tried as much as we could to reduce the slope, so we continued digging our trenches with our chicken watching. A fine cock it is, looking for crickets and worms. The area started to take shape and it was beautiful. For each piece between the swales, or for each swale, there was some beauty in what we had done. It started getting windy as some areas of this country were raining, so we expected ours to be next. So we started planting our trees, and first we brought in the gourds which we had planted earlier on the sacks. We brought manure too, and we started digging the holes for planting our trees, which we had brought on the first episode of this. The heavens watched us, and we hoped that after we did this, it would rain. We planted custard apple, added manure, mixed with the soil, and planted our custard apple. After planting, we surrounded the tree with the gourds, and we also planted more seeds, as you are going to see later on this episode. We also added water so that as we wait for the rain, we can ensure that the plant is adapting to this new environment. Isn't it beautiful? We also planted plants. These are the grafted type because this area is a bit warm, not very hot. And for it too, we added gourd plants and pumpkin plants so that they can act as cover crops. After that, we went and took a break, and the break involved fishing. Unfortunately, we got nothing. Our fishing net was actually the mosquito net, and it was not good for this kind of work, but it was fun to do it and to watch. This is how we do it in our village. We went back to our farm and continued doing our thing. And this time, we needed to plant bananas. First, it involved digging the holes. Bananas require bigger holes, deeper holes, and manure, and also mulching. This was followed by getting the suckers. For bananas, what we plant as the seed are actually the suckers. There was some bit of farming, so these bananas had dried a lot. So we had to remove the dried part and plant the rest. So we carried the suckers, moving them to where we were working on our farmland, and planted them. After this, we will mulch them and add some water so that we can kickstart on their growth as we wait for the rains. It was a lot of work, but we were very determined. So what we are doing right now is we are putting seeds in the soil, not just for this season but for the subsequent season. Whatever that will not germinate now will germinate later. So we have to have seeds in the soil. Naturally you always have to have seeds in the soil normally. So we have to have all these seeds in the soil. We have done from down there. Now we are going up to that point. So there's seeds everywhere so that when it rains, whatever germinates. You have cover crops. Let me show you what seeds that we have. So we have, this is calabash seed, this is pumpkin seeds. We have that is pumpkin and some calabash and some custard apple. That's a tree. It's a calabash. These are castor beans. These are pumpkin, and that's this mixture. This is sweet melon. This is blended sweet melon, but this is a medium. Then these are sweet melons. We are still going to put the seed here. This is not planted, it's buried so that they can be preserved in the soil for the subsequent seasons. Whatever will germinate this time, we are trying to ensure that the soil was to come. That means some will be preserved, some will germinate, they will cover the soil, then we will have it. Nobody will do that part of the land. So we have it like a small forest, bushy. Yeah. So let's plant the So we're also planting avocado seeds so that we can, it's a forest, it's a food forest. So it will also have trees, avocado trees, custard, plums, and anything else in between. So guys, we have done most of it. We have also planted this because it dictates that we also plant the indigenous vegetation, the natural vegetation. This is the border, a very huge border. We call it Ngora here. We've been eating it. So it's woody. You break through, you eat the inside. Looks like this. So this is what you eat. It's woody, but it's chewable, and it's very nice. It tastes like a bit of sugar and salt. It's very hard. So we also broke the seeds. There are seeds inside. We also removed the seeds and planted some. So that's the natural vegetation that's been growing here for forever, like since God created the world. So we have a lot of things here plus these indigenous trees. These are tree actually, but if you trim it, it looks like a shrub, but it's a tree. So we're hoping that it will rain. So if you're wondering what is in this pot, we are going to break it open. It's not very, looks like this, and the seed is like a bean, So this is what we are planting there. But for you to eat it, you will need to remove this side, this, and then peel it. That side, the other side. Then you peel with your teeth. If you don't have teeth, we cannot help you. We cannot help you if you don't have teeth. So once you have this, my seeds are for you. Oh. Then you eat this. It's very nice. Very nice. Then after chewing, you swallow the swallowables and you spit
The spitables.
the woody part. So that's something new that I've got. It's called Gora. I don't know what it's called. Okay, English people don't have this, so they don't have it. So Gora.
For sure.
There are clouds coming, some places are raining, We don't know whether it will, but we are hoping that it will rain so that our work is not in vain. We also did some mulching. We used dried banana leaves, you see, so that whatever water comes stays in the soil for some time before the sun takes it away. Then we are hoping that our crops will germinate, our seeds will germinate, and they will cover the whole place. It will be green, you know. Yeah, we're hoping so. Pray for our work.
A few moments later.
So guys, this is how it looks like, and it has finally rained. There's some sort of a very small rain that has fallen onto us, so we are thankful for that. You can see some of the plants have woken up, and we're hoping that there will be a very nice change. So the skies were good for us, and we are hoping that this will be for us. That is the work that we have done for the whole weekend. So if this is your first time, subscribe to this channel, like this video and share. Make sure you watch the next video on the progress. Bye.